This farm it's 25 acres and it's in a really good area. It's just east of Camden, Illinois. That's where I actually found the Whitetail Group logo sheds, or actually Toby and Jesse found them. They were, I think the deer was 208, but there's always a giant run around in the Camden area almost every year. There's been several 200s killed up there that I know of. I know of a great big wide deer, the big single drop tine within a mile or so of this farm right now. So there's good deer up in here.
Most of the best farms, they don't ever hit the market. A lot of our farms sell prior to ever being on the market. We have a pre-market buyer list, and that gives you the ability to put your email in there and follow along as we get projects underway. We'll blast out there. The first email you might see is, we got this 80 coming available in Southeast Iowa, and a lot of people already are looking in an area, and it gives you that ability to get in on something before it actually hits the market and gets gone.
This farm kind of has it all. It's 25 acres. I tell a lot of guys, if you're the ultimate setup out here, people might get in with one farm and think, I'm just going to get one farm. Everybody ends up having a lease and another lease and a farm they buy and another farm they buy. And as sooner or later, having a home base or a cabin site gets on the radar. I always tell guys, like, if you can try to find a smaller piece, to build your home base on. And that way, like, you're not married to the farm. If anything ever changes with it, you can flop your farms around or whatever if you want. But you can always keep your home base. This one happens to have pretty much everything in a 25. I'm going to kind of show you like what I would do as far as hunting goes. This is all tillable, so you could keep it as income if you wanted. This plan here would kind of be like the ultimate, hunting strategy that I would do. So basically, you'd come in here off the corner. There's power right here on the road. You have your cabin right here, and then what's cool about it is right now it's bean stubble, so you're pretty much prepped to do all this work with a hand broadcaster and be done with it, and no tractors needed, nothing. So I'd put switchgrass in like this, kind of screen the whole edge of it. I'd use this point or this pinch right here. I'd put my green here. I'd frost seed clover, and then next year I'd put corn or beans in here. That's 2 acres right there. And I'd use this screen with anything north or straight west or whatever to come behind. And then I'd put one of our boxes that have the jack stands in that switchgrass, so you can move it every year with the tractor and let the switch grow and then put it back. And you would basically just, any deer in this area, when he locked onto that food, would be in trouble. Right in that pinch, would be a killer spot for a camera, killer spot for a tree coy, all that scent pouring around there. And any deer that locked onto that food would be in some serious trouble. These chunks of wood, especially early season, these chunks that seem to be the tips out into the ag like that, generally is where those big bucks like to stay close to the food early in the year, which is always cool. We just did a little select cut in there, and it's all south facing, got wicked ridges. It's just gonna get even better here coming up. Those white areas are trails that we groomed all up. Wicked inside corner rut funnel stand. This next door is all really thick. Looks awesome. I would love to hunt that with I kind of bumped the stand over here from the corner, so you can hunt it like a south-southwest. I just think with a southerly wind, the deer you're after is more likely to be staying on the high side of this. But honestly, I mean, it's such a good spot. You could catch them in there at any wind. We made a wall that pinches off that inside corner from here all the way to this pond and then around the pond. So you can have another stand right here hunting the pond levee for a northwest, and it gets kind of steep behind it. This is going to be a wicked travel corridor right here too. Good camera spot in the rut. This is a really good camera pinch in the rut too. Plus that water, I mean, it's a doe concentrator. It's a scent concentrator in the rut. Those does go to it for water, deer in general. And it just becomes like, a spot that bucks want to go to pick up scent in the rut. So not only is it a wicked rut pinch point, but it's got a pond like it was gifted from the heavens there. So Another good spot with a north wind, that puts you on this side of all this cover, inside corner. So it's kind of got everything. It's got couple wicked rut funnels, stands, killer late season setup, killer October setup, cabin site, nice and flat. That's kind of the highest spot, It just nice little scenic drive when you come in here. It's really pretty. So good area, small acreage, doesn't come up very often. Kind of has it all for 25. So if you're interested in seeing this place, just reach out and we'll hook you up with a showing.